Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I'm the Trading Chief. Before we start, I just want to point out Ranger Oil finished the day halted. That's because they had a special shareholder meeting. And I talked about this in another video. It was a merger agreement between Ranger Oil and Baytex Energy. And Ranger Oil had their special shareholder meeting, and basically 99% of the shares voted to merge with Baytex. So I just wanted to point that one out. You'll see this one kind of disappear over the next week or so, or however long it takes them to finalize the merger agreement, and then all of Baytex is going to start. All of Ranger Oil is going to start trading under Baytex. So you should see Baytex start to run up. But the merger agreement I want to talk about today is between Patterson-UTI Energy and NexTier Oilfield Solutions. And because NexTier Oilfield Solutions is being bought out, we'll start with a news article from them. So we're just going to kind of go over this and try to determine whether or not if this is going to be a buy or not. From what I've looked over at this current moment and prices, I don't think it is a buy. So we'll go over it, and then you can kind of watch it and pay attention and decide if and when you want to buy into this. It says Patterson, news article, Patterson-UTI Energy, NexTier Oilfield Solutions to merge in an all-stock deal. It says oilfield service provider Patterson-UTI Energy, Inc., ticker PTEN, announced Thursday a definitive merger agreement with NexTier Oilfield Solutions, Inc., ticker NEX, to combine in an all-stock merger of equal transactions. The combined company is expected to have an enterprise value of approximately $5.4 billion. Under the deal terms, NexTier shareholders will receive 0.7520 shares of Patterson-UTI common stock for each share of NexTier common stock owned. I want to stop right there real quick, because any other stock merger, when you have fractional shares like this, they generally give you a price amount as to what the value should be listed, and they don't do that here, and that kind of makes me think, right? I think this number is going to change as the merger moves forward, and I think I'll show you in the documents why I think that. I'm not saying that it's gonna happen, but we'll go over it and talk about it. It says upon the deal closure, Patterson-UTI shareholders will own around 55% of the combined company, and NexTier shareholders will own the remaining around 45%. Merger is expected to close in the fourth quarter of 2023, following Patterson-UTI and NexTier shareholders' approval, regulatory approvals, and satisfaction of customary closing conditions. The agreement has been unanimously approved by the boards of directors of both companies. The merger is expected to be tax-free to shareholders of both companies. The deal is expected to be accretive to earnings per share and free cash flow per share in 2024. The combined company expects to realize annual cost savings and operational synergies of approximately $200 million within 18 months following close. On an annualized combined basis, as the first quarter of 2023, the combined company generated around $6.9 billion of revenue and $1.9 billion in adjusted EBITDA. Upon close, Andy Hendricks, the CEO, will remain the CEO of Patterson, and the CEO of NexTier will become the vice chairman of the board, and the current chairman of the board will remain the current chairman of the board. So that's a summary of what all this is. And then the combined company's board will comprise of 11 directors, 6 of whom are from Patterson-UTI board, including Hendricks, and 5 from the NexTier board. The combined company will operate under the name Patterson-UTI Energy and trade under the ticker symbol PTEN. The well completions business will operate under the NexTier completions brand. In the deal, Goldman Sachs and Company is serving as financial advisor for Patterson. Moelis and Company is serving for NexTier. All right. So the reason why I say I think the 0.7520 shares will change is from the press release that Patterson issued. And I know it's just saying that they have the amount of shares that they can offer from time to time, right? I don't expect them to do this, but it's a possibility that they could dilute. And the reason why I say that is if we go and look at the news article right here, even the CFRA, an independent research provider, has provided MT Newswire with following research alert. Analysts at CFRA have summarized their opinion as follows. Our 12-month target of $16, up $2, reflects a 3.8 multiply of projected 2024 operating cash flow below PTN's historical average. PTEN announced its plans to merge with NexTier Oilfield Solutions in an all-stock deal valued at $2.2 billion or $1.9 billion in new PTN stock, plus $230 million in assumed debt. We estimated the deal, if completed, would boost PTN's share count by 83%. However, while we expect there to be dilution in the early stages, right? This is an independent review company saying this. There will be dilution in the early stages. We think it's a great deal long term. In our view, the deal would create one of the largest well completion firms in the U.S., adding 33 active frac spreads. When combined with the second largest U.S. super spec rig fleet, 172 rigs, this would further diversify PTN's operating segments, which we think would lead to cash flow improvements as a result. We think the deal price at 2.4 times 2024 EBITDA is remarkably attractive. On a standalone basis, we keep our 2023 and 2024 EPS estimates at 1.74 and 2.13 respectively. Now, the reason why I am saying that I don't think it's a buy at the moment is if we go to the calculator and we say their closing price, and I don't know, I'm just looking very short term, right? 11.71 times 0.7520, it's $8.80. If you're buying NexTier at $8.84 for however many shares, you're already negative percentage wise. So, and these will fluctuate independently of each other by a little bit, but they're pretty much going to be locked in sync. So you're just going to have to do the math and figure out when it would be a good time and see. I mean, unless they have earnings coming up separately, that's the only time I could see buying where this might dip and the other one kind of stay stagnant in order to get a good deal on it. Because right now, I don't think it's a good deal based off the price of what you would be buying next year in order to make money on the merger itself, if that makes sense. That's all I'm looking at. I don't really care about owning Patterson or owning NexTier specifically. I want the cash. I want the spread is what I'm trying to say. So that's all I've got. Hopefully you find this video helpful. If you like this content, consider hitting the like and subscribe button, and come check me out in the Banking with Billy Discord. Over the past month, I traded 20% higher than the S&P 500. I've got picture proof of it in the Discord itself. So, I mean, yeah, man, come check me out. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.